Ladies and gentlemen, more home buyers are starting to back out of deals, and this is becoming record breaking across the US. Something similar like this happened to us. It must have been like around the late 90s. We were looking to purchase a home and we hired an attorney, and there was some kind of carcinogen that was in the soil that she picked up on. And she said, "Look, if you want me to go through this deal with you, we can go through it, but I have to tell you." And she was telling us about this carcinogen. And we decided not to get the house, and she got us out of the entire contract. But I never seen it at a high rate until now, but this is really going on in the US in a bigger way. And it's really not in every city, but it is enough where it's making an impact. So home buyers are backing out of deals at record high rates in 10 US cities. So, amid rising mortgage costs, the number of home buyers are backing out of contracts increased to set record levels in the last 3 months, especially in cities where real estate hotspots through 2021, new data found. So, in August, roughly 15.2% of homes purchase agreements in the US fell through, hovering around 15% the previous 2 months as well, according to new data from Redfin, an online real estate brokerage. Aside from a brief period during the early days of the pandemic, where the rate surged at 17.2%, and the past 3 months have had the highest rate of canceled contracts on record. Normally, the rate is around 12%. The cancellation rate is even higher in some cities, with 20% of buyers backing out of purchase agreements in 10 out of 50 most populous metro areas in the country. So, number one is Jacksonville, Florida, at 21.1% of the people are breaking their contract agreements to buy a home. In Las Vegas, 23%, Atlanta, 22.6%, Orlando, Florida, 21.9%, Fort Lauderdale, 21.7%, Phoenix, 21.6%, Tampa, a lot of Floridas, 21.5%, Fort Worth, Texas, 21.5%, San Antonio, Texas, 21.1%, and Houston, 20.6%. That's how many times people are backing out of contracts. Yeah, I mean, I've seen it at 10%. I've seen it, even like 13%. I don't think I've ever seen it in the 20% before, like we're seeing now. Sunbelt cities in the Southeast and Southwest dominate the rankings, with Jacksonville, Florida, coming at number one overall. The Sun Belt cities, some of the most popular destinations earlier in the pandemic, when people were migrating away from the Northeast and parts of California, which I don't blame them, too expensive in both places, for cheaper properties elsewhere in the US. However, the inflow of new buyers, the rate of home price growth, and many of these markets have risen by double digits since 2020. In Jacksonville, median home prices have increased from around 200,000 to over 300,000 in the last 3 years alone, per Redfin data. Alongside soaring mortgage costs, which have nearly doubled since 2021, has priced out many buyers from the market. The study says it's also that some buyers are backing out of deals because they're waiting to see if home prices fall, the study suggests. Meanwhile, large coastal hubs like San Francisco and New York had some of the lowest cancellation rates, below 10%. Both cities have had home price growth that been flat for like the last 3 years compared to many Sunbelt markets, which may be the reason for their relatively low rankings. Contracts often take 2 weeks to finalize and can be canceled for a number of reasons, including rising costs of financing. Redfin tracked canceled contracts back in 2017 using data provided by the National Association of Realtors. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's the sign of the times. I guess a lot of people don't want to be caught in these contracts with these astronomical pricings on the houses, and they're going to have to pay that mortgage for 30 years, well, depending on the kind of mortgage they get. And I guess they don't want to be caught with that kind of debt. A lot of people are having second thoughts and canceling those contracts. But I'm not surprised. I think they never should have allowed the housing market and the rent to go out of control in America. Somebody, and see, this is your politician's fault. Somebody should have stepped in and shut this down when people were charging, let's say, $1,200 for an apartment, and then all of a sudden that same apartment with no improvements or anything is now $3,500. Yeah, but now the housing market is in a recession and everything is lagging now. The houses are not moving like they once did just a few years ago. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.